Hey everybody, welcome back. I am bored. COVID made me bored, and today at the table I'm taking a look at I Found It, the Marvel Edition. This is a hidden picture card game, has a little bit of similarity to Spot It, that cross paths with Where's Waldo. It is basically sort of uh, a search game, very quick, very easy. Ages, I don't know what the age is for. 3 and higher. Look at I'm aiming for very simple. This is a filler game. Definitely the kind of game where easy to carry around, fits in the back of your pocket or your backpack, and very simple to set up, very easy to teach, and it's a quick way to kill 15-20 minutes of your time if you're waiting for something, or in my case, like when I see my nephews or even with my kids, and we just a quick game to play. This is a lot of fun. It's for 2 or more players. It doesn't really give a maximum, but I think you would probably top out maybe about 5 or 6 at most. And you're basically looking for various Marvel-themed items in these cards that you're given that depict some kind of scene. And it could be something like a mug or a symbol or a number. And that's why it's very easy to play with. I don't know about 3, but definitely 4 or higher. It works because it's very simple. It's kind of like, and it is kind of like, fine, where's Waldo? So I'm just going to quickly show you what that looks like. You're going to be given a bunch of cards, and every card is depicting some kind of scenery. So for example, you've got this scenery right here. You've got War Machine, and it looks like it's possibly in Wakanda. You've got She-Hulk, and various other items that seem out of place, but it's here because this is the where's Waldo aspect of it. There's a tree, an oil barrel, a fire, water, a fish, a bucket, sunglasses, a crater. These things are all the kinds of things that you may be looking for. So there's about 57 cards here, all with different pictures and different, I think each one is unique. There's no duplicate here, but they have elements that are similar, I guess, duplicate. For example, if you're looking for a spider, multiple cards may have a spider. Where they're located might be different, their color, the size, or numbers or letters. And what you'll be doing is you'll be shuffling this deck, and you're going to be handing it out to five cards for each player. And like I said, at least 2 players, and up to, I'd say maybe 5 or 6 is probably a good split, because that gives you 30 cards that are out there at the top of 6 players, which leaves you 27 cards to go through. So I think that's fair. I don't know if I'd go beyond that. And once they're given that, you'll see that on the back of the card is the actual object that you'll be looking for. So in this case, it's the wheels. So what will happen is you're going to distribute 5. So I'm just going to say I'm going to give myself 5 cards. Okay, here are my 5 cards. And I have another player with 5 cards on the other side of the table or around the table. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have the remaining cards that are undistributed forming your deck of items. And when everyone's ready, you'll be taking the first card and flipping it over, and this is the object that you'll be looking for. So in this case, I'm looking for a cloud. So I'm going to quickly look at all 5 cards that I have, and I'm looking for a cloud. Now, some items tend to be a little bit ambiguous. So for example, I'm in space. This is a Guardians of the Galaxy. I've got Nebula and Mantis sitting right here. I've got a hammer floating in space too. Does this count as a cloud? Is this space clouds? I'm not sure. But when I play with my nephews or I play with my daughter, it's okay. If they call that a cloud, it's a cloud. It's the shape and format of the cloud. I'm fine with that. So let's just say that was. I would yell out, I found it. First person to start the word I found it wins. And the goal of the game for each player is to try to get rid of all your cards. So in this situation, if I called I found it before anyone else, and I have to show them I got a cloud, now I'm using my card and I'm flipping it over, and this will be the next item, which is a boot. So I'm now going to look at all my pictures, and fortunately, almost every single superhero here has a boot. Now, again, it's a little ambiguous, but again, when you're playing with young kids, I let them win. It's fine. But Scarlet Witch, it looks like she's wearing a boot here. So I found it. So I called it out, and then now I'm looking for a satellite dish. Now, if there might be occasions or situations where the object that you're looking for is in no one's pictures, and that's fine. So then what you would do is you then draw from the next card from the top to continue that. So if I were to look here on my cards, I'm looking for a satellite. I do not have a satellite, so maybe another player does. They call I found it. They would place that card down for the object side up, and that's the next object. Otherwise, it's a draw, no one has it. We take the next card, and I'm looking for a key. So let's see let's see what I have here. I don't have any keys here. So I don't have a key. They don't have a key. We go to the next one. I'm looking for a box. Could be any box. And some of these, if you look at it, some of the details on these pictures, very, very, I don't think I had focus. Sorry, guys. Do you see it now? So let me see. Maybe go backwards. I don't think I had the camera in focus. So you're going to have your object cards, okay, and a variety of illustrations. Hey, it's the Winter Soldier. So on this card, you'll see there's quite a bit of detail, and there's a lot of everything else other than a box. That looks like a vault or a crate. You got clothes, Miss Marvel. You might be looking for a letter, or there's a fire hydrant, or maybe you're looking for water. Looks like the tail end of Green Goblin over there. So, and I don't know who this is, but he's probably a character. MODOK right there. So, and you'll continue. You'll continue until the last person to have that last card to call I found it and get rid of that last card is declared the winner of I Found It, the Marvel edition. So it's by Ravensburger. They make a lot of these simple games. And there was another version of I Found It, which is more like a board game. The cost is almost 3 times more. It looked very interesting. I was tempted to get it, but I didn't pull the trigger on it only because for what it is, I feel like, you know, $30, $40 for this kind of game, it's a little too pricey, but it was like, what, $8 or less, maybe 10? Oh, no, sorry, $10, maybe less, 8. And if you find it on sale like I did, even better. And it's quick to pick up. And like I said, this is a fun filler game. It has the Marvel theme. My kids love Marvel. My nephews love Marvel. Every so often there is that 15, 20-minute gap that we might have, and just having them play this together. Yeah, it's a little bit competitive, and you know there might be some discussion or arguments on about what a cloud is or what is a box. But generally speaking, this is the kind of game where you can quickly fill in that time, have a little bit of fun, and you know, with the younger children, you're having them sort of really try to identify these objects. And quite often, with my daughter, who's 5, at the time of filming this, she'll ask me, "What is that? What is a satellite?" Because she doesn't know exactly what a satellite is yet. So, you know, she's a little educational there, and I get to teach her all about the different superheroes because she'll ask me about, you know, who's Captain Marvel, who's Spider-Man, who's Ant-Man, and tell a little bit about their backstory, who they are, and are they good, are they bad? So it opens up for a lot of discussion, and it's enjoyable. So there you go. Marvel's I Found It, the hidden picture card game. It's Where's Waldo meets Spot It meets Marvel. So hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for joining me at the table and being bored with me. And until next time, stay bored.